I don't think there's any other questions, so we can actually.
Excuse me, Nurse Beckett. There is someone asking, what if the child is wheezing now and is on medication?
How long has the child been wheezing? And when is the medication going to finish?
And Nurse Beckett, please, a reminder of the dates for the vaccine. I see somebody asking that question.
Asking what? Could you repeat the question?
The dates for the vaccine.
Thursday is, today's what, the 22nd?
25th.
The 24th.
25th.
The 25th. It will be the 25th, which is Thursday, from 9 to 1 p.m.
Okay, and the person answered regarding the asthma and the wheezing, the person said 1 week now.
And when is the medication finishing?
Said he's on repeat.
He's on a repeat. All right. What she can do, maybe she will not catch our blitz on Thursday, but there are other location sites where the child can be immunized. So what she can do, if she missed Thursday, school is to resume in January.
Okay, parents, any more questions for Nurse Beckett regarding the vaccination? Any more questions? Okay, let's move along with the agenda. Examination matters. Mrs. Simmons, the exam coordinator. Mrs. Simmons?
Mrs. Simmons is not in the meeting at this time. With regards to examinations, parents, or internal examinations begin December 6th, Monday, December the 6th. For grades 7 to 9, their examinations will be online. However, for grades 10 and 11, their examination will be twofold. Their multiple choice will be online, and their paper 2 examination will be a written paper where they will come into the school to sit that paper. So let me repeat, our internal examinations begin December 6th, Monday, December 6th. Grades 7 to 9, 1 paper, and it will be done online. For grades 10 and 11, the paper will be twofold. The multiple choice will be online, and the paper 2, which is a written paper, that will be at school, where they have to come into the school to do that written paper. All right? With regards to payments for examinations, there were more than one meetings for grade 10 and 11 parents. I would believe that payments are now due. So if you have not been at any of those meetings, kindly contact the respective grade coordinator. All right? Thank you, Ms. Brown.
Okay, Mr. Larrabee. I have a question in regards to the grades 10 and 11 exam. You say it's twofold. One, the multiple choice will be done online, and the paper 2, they're to come in and sit that exam. These are 2 separate dates?
Yes. So for the paper 2, there will be 1 full week where they'll come in to do the written paper. And then the other week, they will do the online exam at home.
Okay.
So the schedule will be prepared, and the students will receive such.
Okay, okay. Okay, parents, any other questions in regards to the exams? I am not seeing any questions in the chat regarding the exam. They're still asking about the vaccination. Okay, let us move on to money matters. Miss Davis, the accounts teacher. Miss Davis here, is she present?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
I can just go ahead and present.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Can I share my screen? They allow me to share my screen?
Go ahead, Miss Davis.
Okay. All right. All right, so let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, we can.
Okay. All right. So good night, everyone. I'm Miss Davis from the business department, colleague, parent, principal, and vice principal. All right. So tonight we are looking at money matters. All right, and how important it is for us to save our coins. All right. So it's important for you to have an emergency savings. All right. Now we call it emergency savings. Sometimes we say we put money aside for rainy day. All right. So before we start, let me just give you a little story. So once there was this lady who used to save money under her mattress. Her daughter asked her one day, "Mommy, why you always save the money under your mattress?" She said, "My child, you don't understand. The money is there for rainy day." Now, this gentleman was passing the window and heard when the lady tell the little girl that the money is for rainy day. So after the lady left home, the man put on him raincoat, went to the house, knocked on the door. When the little girl opened the door, he said, "I'm here. I'm Mr. Rainy Day." And she said, "Oh, hold on a second. Mommy leave something here for you." All right. So she handed Mr. Rainy Day the money. All right. So the moral of this story is that make sure when you're saving, you find somewhere safe to save your money. If you put your money under your mattress, it's called hoarding. All right. And when you lose it, you won't be able to recover it. All right. So we are going to look at some ways in which you can save. You guys hearing me?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we are going to look at some ways in which we can save our money for rainy day. Now, some persons might have the discipline to, when you get paid, you take out a little thing, even $100, $50, $20, and deposit in an account for later. All right, and save that for your emergency fund if you get sick, if you need some money to replace an appliance, whatever it is to pay for your child's school fee, uniform, stuff like that. All right. So if you have the discipline, you can go ahead and save every month. Some of us don't have that discipline, so we may ask our employers to take the money from our account and deposit it in the bank, so we don't have to touch it. All right. So that is called compulsory savings. Now, there's many ways that you can save your money. One of them is put it in a savings account at the bank, which is safe. And the bank insure up to 600,000 of your money. So even if the bank burned down, you still will get it as long as it's at over 600,000. All right. Now that is low risk because you will always get back your money. All right. The thing with the savings account now, the interest is very small. All right. So most people might choose other ways, like a fixed deposit, a short-term fixed deposit. So you can put your money in a fixed deposit account at the bank. You will get a little higher interest than you would get, say, if you do a normal savings. All right. But some person don't like the small amount of money that they may get from a fixed deposit. So what they might do is do something that is a little bit more risky, and that is buying stock on the stock market. So you can save your money, invest your money. Now, when you buy stocks on the stock market, you will get interest, which we call dividends, on your money. All right, so you can buy stocks, security, bonds, debentures, and so on. And what you put in, you will get a little extra. You just have to be patient. All right. Now, the risk of doing this is that if the company that you buy the stock into go bankrupt, you might lose what you invest. All right. So it's best for you to research the company, talk with an advisor. We call them brokers. You can go NCB. You can go Jamaica JMB, sorry, and you'll have persons there who will guide you accordingly. All right. So those are a little bit risky because you can lose your money. All right. Now, credit union is also a safe way of saving your money. And the good thing about credit union compared to a bank, once you're a member, you're automatically eligible to get loans, whether for house, car, education, whatever it is. So that's a good place to put your money. And you also get dividends once you become a member on your money. All right. So another thing that you can do to ensure that you have some money set aside is to open a business, which you can make a large sum of profit. But business is high risk, meaning that it takes a lot of money to start. And when you start, if it doesn't work out, then you stand to lose a lot. All right. And with hoarding now is where you save your money under your mattress. And we don't want to do that because we don't want Mr. Rainy Day turn up. All right. Other ways that you can save money or put money aside is through side hustles. All right. So if you have a skill that you don't utilize, probably you can do hair, probably you can do nails, you can do that in the evening after work. All right. Any little skill that you can, if you can plan events and so you put on little functions and so if you can supplement the income that you already have. All right, so you can get a little bit more money to put in your savings. Now we know that most persons are not getting any increase in salary. All right, and because of that, now we have to work with the little salary that we have. So one of the things you can do is cut down on some of your expenses. And my computer's a bit slow. All right, so you can cut down on some of your expenses by ensuring that you. All right, wait a minute there. All right, so you can cut down on some of your expenses. For example, let us look at some of the expenses that you can cut down on water. All right, now with your water, they said you must check for leakage. All right, so if you see a water bill going up, you check for leakage to make sure that you're not wasting money. All right. Another tip I learned is that you can put a plastic bottle in your tile tank. So when you flush, you use less water. And that extra money that you save from the water bill, you can put it in your emergency fund. All right. Take short showers or turn off the pipe while you're showering, while it's not being used, brushing your teeth, washing your dishes, etc. All right, so those are some of the ways that you can save, and that extra money now you put it in the savings account. Other ways that you can save on electricity is to buy low energy saving bulbs, turn off the lights when they're not in use, use natural light where possible. So in the day, you open the windows and doors to get in some of the natural light and save your energy. All right, buy energy saving appliances. We know we don't have any money for that, but if one should break down and you're trying to acquire a new one, you get a energy saving one. And plug electronics when they're not in use. All of the money that you save from that, you can plug it into your emergency fund. All right. Other ways that you can save money, like clothes and shoes. Don't buy every color that there is. Buy neutral colors so you can mismatch them easily. All right, buy silver set and gold set they can wear with anything. So if you have the red shoes, you have to go with the red jewelry, the red bag. No, just get some neutral color like your black, your brown, your beige, and so on. You work with those and you mismatch them. All right, and the extra money you save by not buying new clothes, you can put that money towards your fund. All right. Now you can also save on food by avoiding eating out. All right. Make your meals fun at home. All right. Another thing I learned is that don't go shopping for groceries when you're hungry. because you'll buy things to feed that appetite at that time. All right, the best thing for you to do is plan your meals in advance, make a grocery list, and stick to your list. All right, now you can also cook and reheat. All right, that will save you gas, time, money, and effort. All right, so you can cook like a pot of rice, you can last 2 or 3 days, and you reheat and you eat. All right. Eliminate your spoilage. If you have food or you have too much of anything, freeze them. You can freeze tomatoes, pepper, garlic. You can strip them, clean them up, and put them in the freezer because we know those will grow in the fridge and your scallion and stuff. So if you see them selling cheaper, you buy them in bulk. To save money, you freeze them. All right, that extra money that you save now, you can put it in your emergency fund. Pack lunch for work. All right. And eat at home. Make sure you plan meals that are fun so your family will enjoy that, so you don't pressure you to go and eat outside. So that money can be saved. Now you can also save money on your hair. All right. So those who like to go to the barber, especially the men, you can ask your wife or your child, especially if they're doing cosmetology, to practice on your head. All right. You must wear your natural hair if you want to save some money. Or process your hair yourself. Use YouTube as your guide. Know that some people won't agree with that, but things like that. Buy quality hair. If you use extension, you can reuse and reuse every year. You probably buy yourself one, and that will serve you for the rest of the year. So you can save money, and that extra money can go into your emergency fund. All right. You can do low maintenance gardening. For example, if you hire a gardener, you have somebody to cut your yard regularly. You plant grass that don't grow as tall. All right. And those will save you some money. You can use stone lawns and so on. All right. So be penny wise. All right. Another thing, some person might have internet at home. They have cable, they have Netflix, and they're paying bill and they're paying bill and they're paying bill. If you are on a budget, the best thing for you to do is just get an internet package alone. Use the internet. You can download different apps on your phone. You can use them to watch movies, sport channel, and so on. You just need to search for those apps. All right. And you can save money on your cable bill and so on. And that money can go into the emergency fund. Now, some person might have money or have a solar system or want to set up one. All right. You can also do that. That will help you to supplement JPS power because sun is in abundance. So if you make a one-time investment, it will really work out in the long run. All right. So those are ways that you can save. Now you can save money through laundry. Instead of washing, if you're using a washing machine, I would advise that you wash once a week so you can get a bigger load, so you can save on electricity. You can also save on soap. You save time also. All right. That time you could use it, probably develop a side hustle. All right. You can hand wash instead of using the machine. Instead of using dryer, you can hang your clothes outside. All right. And that money can be saved. Now, some persons go to the gym. Our fitness is important. But we can come up with creative cycling, and you can use household items and so on to maintain your fitness or to keep fit. You set it wherever you can. All right. So with that, you can save a little money. All right. Now you can also buy in bulk. All right. Now some persons like to just go and pick up whatever they want. But if you have a good neighbor or some family or some good friends, right, you can put your money together, buy in bulk. You can buy 100 pounds of flour, sugar, rice, and so on, and you split the bulk among the members, whoever it is. All right, so things like meat, sugar, cooking oil, tin foods, and so on, you can buy them in bulk and split them. And that extra money that you save, it can go to your emergency fund. All right, hope you learned something, guys, and that is it for me. All right.
Thank you so much, Ms. Davis. Thank you so much for that. Okay, let's move on the agenda. We now welcome Ms. Douglas, who is the grade 12 coordinator and she's also an insurance agent, and she's here to speak with us about insurance.
All right. Good evening, everybody. I'm hoping that I'm coming across loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Okay. When we hear about life insurance, the thought process of many persons go to death. They're killing me now. They want me dead so them can get the money. And it's all about death. But life insurance is much, much more than death. Death is a part of the package because we all have to make that transition from life to death. So it's only fair that we make preparation for some of those unforeseen circumstances. When you're alive, you are at work or your money at work. You mean that you are actually working to provide for your entertainment, your clothing, your shelter, your food. And your money at work is the money that you invest. It said there are 4 important problems in connection with continuance of income. These problems are premature death, old age or retirement, accidents, loss of earning, or critical illness. How many of us, when we are diagnosed with a critical illness, has that $3 million to pull out of our pocket and go to the hospital and say, okay, you can do the surgery? No. Many of us cannot afford that. So we ended up by KPH, which is strain on us because we have to attend the clinic. We go there and they only give us like a surgery date when we have been there for a long period of time, because you always keep hearing, oh, somebody's there more worse than you. So we have to make preparation for all of these important problems that we encounter. Premature death. Some people may think this is a very unpleasant subject, and thus they never give it their serious thought. But now in your present lives and the increase in responsibility thrown on your shoulders, you must give the subject serious thought, for there is nothing harder for the dependents than the sudden loss of their breadwinner, especially when they are depending on source number 1 for income. That is the breadwinner. So when you take the breadwinner out of the equation, then you're left with a spouse and some children. No money coming in, no money to do anything, so the family had to split. So some go live with grandma, some go live with uncle, the spouse is looking at a job, hard to get a job and take care of the children. So now we have to think about premature death. Old age and retirement. Many persons, including you and me, would like to make sure of a certain livable income at their old age. The little NIS that we get is not cutting it. I am not sure if we get 15 or 20,000 per month to take care of some of our needs. So we have to plan, and sometimes our job don't give us that retirement benefit. To avoid the possibility of becoming dependent upon their children or relatives, and in some cases charity, moreover, their children may not be able to support them, and if they could, it would be a burden on both parties. Because you know that old age comes with aches and pains, and many visits to the doctor, many visits to the health center, many visits to the hospital. Because sometimes we say we retire and we pocket fat. And we believe that what we have as retirement fund is going to help us to maintain our standard of living. And by the time we make 2 doctor visits, the money is gone. And we have to bear in mind now that we are living longer. People are living up to 75, 80, 90. So you're living longer because persons are pushing the health benefits and all of those stuff. So you make use of the healthy food, going to the gym, and all of those little things. So you live longer. So the money that you expect to maintain you when you retire at 65 cannot. Accidents. One of the greatest fears a man has is the possible loss of his earning power through accidents, which may result in a permanent disability and heavy medical expenses that may take years to get paid. Again, you take the breadwinner out of the equation. He's disabled. He's depending on you, the wife, or you, the husband, to take care of him. But he was the only breadwinner. Finance him going to the hospital, finance him going to the doctors, get his medication, and all of those stuff which you did not make preparation for. So how are you going to survive? Critical illness. In addition, any kind of critical illnesses could be disastrous because the technology that may save your life could destroy your financial well-being in the process. Recovery is often lengthy and expensive, involving losses to your personal wages and costs for care and treatment. I must confess that my sister and my mother, they had breast cancer, and the operation for my sister plus the medication was a pretty penny. She did not have any life insurance. So we, the family, has to decide that we are going to foot the bill. And trust me, at one point when my sister did her operation and the cancer came back, one medication to keep her walking was for $30,000. And that was a medication we have to get every month. At the end of the day, how long can a family maintain $30,000 every month? Multiply that by 12, and you will see the amount that you have to pay by medication per year. And that is not even for the other things that she might need. And trust me, it will get worse when the US dollar is running away from us. So a medication that I had bought 5 years ago for $30,000 might cost me 60 or 70. There's also investment options, educational plans for children. Many people, regardless of the amount of property they own or the size of their wealth, they would like to protect and safeguard their wealth against hazards of death, accident, critical illnesses, and old age. And that is where the life insurance comes in. You want to protect the breadwinner, because at the end of the day, if something should happen to that breadwinner, then the insurance policy that he has been investing in for many years will pay out. In case of death, you can give that person a nice funeral, and the children and the other family members will benefit. They will be able to maintain their same standard of living based on the policy that that person had. My unit manager told us the other day, she was talking to this young lady, and the young lady was reluctant in buying the policy. And she encouraged her and she purchased the policy. And the policy, they're paying for it for about 2.5 years. Then suddenly she went to the doctor and she had cancer. The critical illness policy was for 3 million. And immediately they put in a claim to the insurance company and she got her 3 million to do her operation. Now she's cancer free. And she was saying if she didn't take the encouragement to make that first step to purchase the policy, then this time she might have died. And she would have died, maybe leaving family members and other persons who depended on her in the cold. As to what kind of life insurance you buy depends on which of these events you considered most important in your life. I have heard of some organization that said, okay, we will foot the policy benefit for you. But upon your death, they claim the benefit because it's their money and they give the family members some runaround. So it's best if you do, even if the company has a policy on your life, it's best that you do an individual policy. Because not in all cases, the company that we work with will try to protect us. However, we have a plan that provides a solution for the 4 hazards of life we have just discussed: dying too soon, retirement, accident, and critical illness. Now suppose you are a machine, a money-making machine, which will produce for you over the next 25 years. Wouldn't you like to protect that machine against breakdown? Well, you are that machine. Now, how much are you willing to save towards this protection? My company will recommend a plan to fit your needs based on your budget. Some person will say, oh, I'm not working anything much. I'm taking home maybe $11,000 a week. But if you invest $1,500, you can get coverage. So at the end of the day, when you die or something happened to you, your beneficiaries will benefit. Sometimes we hear of death and we hear people crying and we empathize with them and we sympathize with them. But sometimes they are not crying because the person died. They are crying because they don't have that money to cover the funeral expenses. So if you invest in yourself as the breadwinner, then when things or something happen to you in this life, then your beneficiary or your family will be taken care of. Thank you for listening. I'm finished, Mr. Largy.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Douglas.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for that information. Now, Ms. Spirit will now speak to us on parents and technology. Welcome, Ms. Spirit. Ms. Spirit, are you here?
Yes, I am. I was having a little challenge unmuting.
Okay, not a problem. You can go ahead.
So good evening, parents. Good evening, Madam Principal. Good evening, Mr. Largy, our Vice Principal. Good evening to you too, Madam Moderator.
Good evening, Ms.
To
Spirit.
our parents. This evening, I will be looking only on the aspect of how to communicate with us at Penwood High and how we can communicate with you, the parents. All right. So for the introduction, coronavirus is a large family of viruses that cause illnesses ranging from the common cold to more severe diseases, which is highly contagious. So against this background, the need is now greater for online communications. So, you know, we try to limit our face-to-face interaction based on the fact that of how contagious this disease is. So some of the ways in which we communicate with each other is via WhatsApp, email, or web platform, Facebook, Instagram, also our YouTube channel. So at Penwood High, we created several WhatsApp groups for both parents and students. And this is to facilitate a more effective and convenient service to you. So once you are a part of the WhatsApp groups, which the office staffs or the form teachers or the grade coordinators create, you can go ahead, text your queries, and we will answer them as soon as possible. Email. Our email address is highlighted here for you. It is penwood.high.moey.gov.jm. So parents, you can email us with all your concerns and your queries. But do remember, however, when making an emailed request, that you should include the following information such as the correct name of the child, the correct grade for your child. Or if you're not sure about the grade, you can tell us the age of the child. That will help us to ascertain which grade the child is in so that we can address your concerns. Or REN web platform. This is a platform that the school uses, which will allow you, the parent, to access your child ward academic record, the same thing that you call report card. And it allows you also to review your child behavioral record in real time. But parents, you must have an email address in order to access these platforms. We, the admission officers, there is a section on our admission form that speaks to email address. And I can tell you, 85% of the parents do not have an email address. This is very important. You do need to have an email address and a professional one. Some of us have created some email address with some names that, you know, it's not fitting. And the email that you will be sending your request to is a professional platform. And it depends on what you have for an email address. It will bump off it. If you send it to spam, it will disregard it. It will not come through. So sometimes when you are quarreling about us not responding to you, it is because the email did not come through on our end. Then we have our social media pages. So we have, and you can find us on Penwood High School for the Facebook, as well as for the Instagram, right? Those two platforms is where what we use to communicate with you as well. So we post videos, we post flyers, we do voice recordings, we send out all the necessary information that we think you as parents need. Also, we have our YouTube channel. So it is Penwood High School General Devotion Live Stream YouTube channel, right? So you can activate that anytime, but we go live on a Monday and on a Friday. The principal and the vice principal is always there, and they will always be giving out information as it regards to upcoming events or whatever activity will be happening for the course of that week. So now we're going to be reviewing. So remember, we spoke about for our means of communication, We have the WhatsApp groups, that's the parent groups and the student groups. Those groups are created by your child form teachers, grade coordinators, and the office staffs as well. We have the REN web platform. That platform can be accessed via your personal email. And remember to be careful when creating your email addresses. It is best that you use your first name dot your last name. You can add numbers to it as well at gmail.com, at yahoo.com, whatever it is. But when the emails, depending on what you use, the professional platform that we use at school might reject your email. And just a refresher and a reminder of our email address, it is penwood.hi.saw@moey.gov.com. You can also find gov.jm, sorry, but it is highlighted there for you. You can also find us on our social media pages, Facebook, Penwood High School. For Instagram, it's also Penwood High School. And for our YouTube channel, it's Penwood High School General Devotion live stream. You can reach us also via telephone. The principal's office, the telephone number is 649-876, of course, or area or country code 649-8406. Our guidance department 876-774-7829. So those are our major communication platforms. So thank you all for allowing me to share with you this evening. Parents, colleagues, have a good evening.
Anil, my turn.
Mr. Newman. Good afternoon, Mr. Newman. Mr. Newman will speak to us regarding health and wellness.
Evidently. Good afternoon, everyone. I greet you well. Now, can everybody hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. So, this evening, I'm going to talk to you about health and wellness. All right. Now, whatever your job or scope of life is, you need to take care of your health and your body. Now, before starting an exercise plan, you need to make sure that you are ready to do so. And how do you do that? You can do that by going to see the doctor and have a medical examination done, especially if you have been in poor health because of lack of exercise over the years. You know, you may have grown a little punch on your, your stomach, and you have gained a little weight, or you have just not been exercising at all. So you have to get a medical examination done to make sure that you're ready to go, or if you have had an injury. Now, what is health and wellness? Health can be defined as a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Being healthy means that you as an individual has proper mental, social, and physical well-being. Now, why do you need to maintain good health and wellness? Well, one, to live a long, healthy life for yourselves and for your children. It is very important that you take good care of your health by exercising. And some simple exercises you can start out by doing is, start out by doing 100 steps around the coffee table, 100 steps around the dining table. You can download an app on your phone that tracks the amount of steps you do each day, and you can challenge yourself to push further and further. So you can use technology to help you. Or you can take the stairs instead of, going on the elevator. You can buy a bicycle instead of taking the bus, or you can walk to work. Well, of course, because of safety issues, some areas you might not want to walk at, but you could, before you go out to work in the mornings, you can ensure that you do a bit of exercise. Start out by doing 10 push-ups one day, and then you can gradually over the weeks grow and add more to it. All right. Now I'm going to tell you some benefits of regular exercise. So some benefits of exercise are, lost my page. One moment, lost my page. All right. Yes. So here are some benefits of exercise. 1, it reduces the risk of heart disease. 2, it can prevent disease such as diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, and lower back pain. Regular exercise can assist in lowering cholesterol levels. It reduces the risk of developing osteoporosis. It helps the body system to function better. It gives us a greater energy, and allows us to do more work with less energy in a short amount of time. It causes us to get tired less easily and to recover quicker after vigorous exercise. It enhances our appearance. It makes us look younger. So those of you who want to look younger, regular exercise will make you do that. And it develops your posture. It helps to maintain a desirable body composition, which contributes to an improved physical appearance. It contributes to sound mental health and assists us to cope better with stress and everyday life. It promotes a healthier lifestyle by encouraging the practice of healthier eating habits, making time for rest and sleep. In fact, when you exercise on a regular basis, it makes you sleep better. All right. Now, what are some benefits of proper rest and sleep? It's important to get enough sleep and rest as a parent. I know your lives may be busy, but it's important to get enough rest. What are some benefits of sleep and rest? Why is it so important? Regular sleep and rest, and you can nap during the day sometimes if your boss or your work will allow it. It rejuvenates the body and repairs the body. It restores mental alertness and physical alertness, and it recharges your body system. So make sure you're getting those 7 hours of sleep per day or per night. Now, why should you eat a proper diet? It's important that you eat properly as parents. Some of you, you make the sacrifice, and because things are tight, you end up giving the children the better food and so on. But it's important, and sometimes you just eat a bun. It's important to have a proper balanced meal with some carbohydrates, some protein, preferably from food and from animals, and to add some vegetables in the mix. You can add, and it's important to also drink lots of water. Now, of course, you know that you need to add roughage or fiber to your food. Some of you may be eating too much processed foods, and we have to be careful of the processed foods and the fast foods. It doesn't have much fiber in it. Doesn't have much things to clean your colon. And what happens is that if you do not eat any fiber You know, like when you eat the orange gut, or or pineapple has a lot of roughage in it, and vegetables like lettuce, the callaloo and those things, cabbage, they have fiber, and it cleans your colon. It acts as a cleaner in your intestines, and it removes any unwanted substances. So it's important to have some fiber in your diet, not just the rice and the meat alone. Add some fiber in it to clean your intestines out. That way you prevent colon cancer and other things like that. Now, it's also important, parents and teachers and staff members, to be careful of vices and addictions. Be careful of drugs. So don't, the smokers, you are smoking yourselves to death, and ganja is included in that, not just cigarettes. It's important to also limit or cut out alcohol. Alcohol, you can imagine the amount of pressure you're putting on your kidneys and your whole system to filter those things. And it's important to cut out sweet food, too much sweet drinks. It's killing us, especially us Black people. And those of you who smoke, as I said, cut out smoking. You're smoking yourself to death. Also, you might not know this, but social media can also be an addiction, and TV. Some of you need to get up off the couch and do some exercise. Find something else to do. Read a book or something. Too much TV is not good for you. And gambling. Gambling, some people, they actually lose their wealth because of the gambling. Lose their homes, their families, break their families. And when they're old, they don't have much to show for it. So be careful of those things. Now, why should I take care of my mental health? Well, of course, your mental health is important to keep you, being the foundation of your family. Because if you're not taking care of your mental health, you could actually start losing control of things. And let me tell you now some benefits of mental health. Well, of course, it's important that for those who individuals who possess good mental health will display the following characteristics. They are sensitive to others. So if you find yourself not being sensitive to others, if you find yourself being too snappy and people agitate you too easily, your mental health could be at risk. It's important to maintain good emotional control. So if you can't handle certain situations, if you lose control and get upset, curse, bad word too easily, your mental health is being affected. Confidence in their actions. If you find that you're jittery, not confident in your actions, your mental health is at stake. And people who are with good mental health are relaxed and free from anxieties and tension. If you find yourself biting your fingernails too much, if you find yourself, too on edge and worried about everything and everything spook you, your mental health is at risk. All right. Now, I also was to mention some traits of someone who is in good physical health. Someone who is in good physical health, they have appropriate weight for their height. They are free from illnesses and diseases. They have clean, clear skin. And when I say clean, clear skin, remember, parents, no bleaching. Bleaching is actually damaging your skin, removing the melanin and making your skin weak. If you ever meet in a car accident, for those who might be bleaching, and you're badly wounded, your skin will tear very easily, and doctors will have a problem putting you back together. So bleaching destroys your skin. People who have proper physical health, they are energetic. So if you find yourself too groggy and lazy and slow, you need to exercise, you need to improve your physical health. And people who have good health, good physical health, they have bright eyes. So if you find your eyes too red, you're not getting enough sleep, and you are losing your physical health. People with good physical health also have clean breath. So if you have a problem with that, you need to get that checked out. People with good physical health, they eat wisely and have a healthy appetite. So if you find yourself not feeling for food, something is wrong. You need to check that out. You should have a healthy appetite for those who are have good physical health. And also, they exercise regularly. So people with good physical health exercise regularly and are energetic. And of course, I was to mention about the social health in closing. People with good social health, they get along well with others. So if you find yourself always want to be in a recluse, not wanting to interact with people, your social health is at risk. You need to get that checked out. People with good social health, they accept responsibility and fulfill those responsibilities. They, of course, if something needs to be done, they do it. They don't procrastinate. And people with good social health, they assist others. You see somebody, fall down in the streets, you don't just laugh or you walk past them. You help them. Your social health you show good social health if you assist others, if you help the community, if you make a difference in your community or your school. And finally, people with good social health, they contribute to the development of your school or institution. All right? So it's important to take care of your social health and your emotional health. And also, parents, listen to your children. Sometimes they're telling you something, and because you think that children must be only seen and not heard, you don't listen to them. Talk to your children. Find out what's going on in their lives. Sometimes, especially at this stage, they're going through the most changes in their lives, and they need you most. Some parents, they drop off. Once the child reaches a certain point in their life, it's like they have dropped hands and left them to just continue raising themselves. This is the point where they need the most nurturing and culturing. Because right now, especially because of the pandemic, teachers are not getting to interact with the students much, so they're not getting those finer skills. So the parents, you need to play your part in ensuring that the children get those home training, manners, respect. Thank you, good morning, good evening, please. Some of the students, they don't know these things, especially when we say good morning, some of them, they don't respond and so on. So it's important, parents, to talk to your children, teach them the little things. Teachers can't do everything. All right, so that's my presentation for today. Thanks for listening. Thanks for turning out. And I wish for you God's richest blessings. And remember, if you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. God bless you and have a good evening. Thank you.
Mr. Largy or Miss McLaren, there's a question in the chat asking if the student can wear P-top and jeans bottom if they don't have uniform for the exam.
Yes, they can.
Oh, Mr. Largy, Miss Charlotte, Miss Brown said to unmute her.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Newman.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Any other business? Mr. Larky or Miss Mac, any other business?
No, not that I know of offhand, but just to remind the parents and the students of some very important dates. The vaccination blitz will be this Thursday on the school compound, November 25th, starting at 9 o'clock and ending at 1 o'clock. End of year examination and internal exams begin on the 6th of December. And school closes the 17th of December and reopens the 3rd of January 2022. Let me repeat, I see somebody in the chat asking for the dates again. End of term exam begins December 6th and it goes on for 2 weeks. School term ends December 17th and we will open for school in January the 3rd, 2022. And remember, the blitz is this Thursday on the school compound, starting at 9 o'clock. Just a clarification, the students don't need their TRN, the parents need to bring their birth certificate with them and a government ID. The government ID is for the parents and the birth certificate is for the students. That's it, as far as I can remember.
Thank you, Miss Mark. Anything else from anybody? Any questions? Okay, next on the agenda is our adjournment. Before we adjourn, let's just say a word of prayer before we close.
There's a question from a Samantha Watson.
Okay.
Hello, good night.
Okay, there's a question about online or at school for the exams.
All right. Grades 7 to 9, the examination will be online. Grades 7 to 9. So that's 7, 8, and 9. Paper 2 for the upper school, grade 10 and grade 11, will be done face to face. But paper 1 is online.
Any other questions, parents?
Go ahead, Hudson.
Good night again. I hear the teacher say something about TRN. Can you repeat that for me, please?
Hello, good night.
The students do not need their TRN to be vaccinated. What the parents must walk with is their birth certificate and a photograph or a photograph. Birth certificate, and the parents need to have a government issued ID.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question before we close?
That seems to be it, Miss Brown.
Okay, let us. Mrs. Watts is saying she can't get to say anything.
Her audio was not connected. Go ahead
Okay.
now, Miss Watson. That's your audio now connected and open.
Yes, good night. I'm so sorry because I'm just new to this. I'm Kiwana's mommy, right? I have a question. I have been a big issue here. Well, my brother, his name is Daniel Green. He's supposed to be in Miss Mackenzie class, I think. And obviously because of financial problem, I didn't get the chance to like fix his device for online class. So I was wondering, because I'm supposed to pick it up tomorrow from Kingston downtown, I was wondering if I can if he could still do the exam even though he's not being able in any classes.
He hasn't been to classes online from September.
No, I got them in like about I think the ending of September to October. That's when they started school. But he used to do like I think 2 weeks out of October for class, and then my phone, the equipment that he was using, it got destroyed, so I didn't have the money to fix it. But now I'm able to pick it up tomorrow. So I don't know if he's going to be able to get through the exam.
Once a child has attended classes for this term, they will be allowed to do exams.
Okay then. Okay. All right. No problem. And I'm going to bring the two of them for vaccination. Can I take it too, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay, all right. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Go ahead, Cross.
Excuse me, sir. I would like to know if she could wear a jeans pants and a P-top come for the injection.
Yes,
Thursday
yes,
because me no make no uniform for her, you know, because she get too big.
yes, yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Largy?
You can now wrap up, Miss Brown. No further
Okay,
questions.
could you
Yes.
could you just say for us again on the face-to-face exams, what are the students required to wear? Their PE tops and a jeans pants if they don't have any uniform?
That is indeed correct.
Okay.
A plain
Any other questions,
jeans,
parents?
not a ripped jeans, a plain jeans.
Mhm. Okay, parents, no ripped jeans on the day of exam. Any other questions? Anything else?
I think that's it, Miss Brown.
Okay. Let us close in prayer. Heavenly Father, we are here before you to give many thanks. In spite of this pandemic and the lack of face to face, we are still able to meet on a platform that allows us to share our concerns, solutions, and to get more information regarding our children. Father, we ask for your guidance as we move forward, and we ask that you grant us wisdom every step of the way as we experience all these challenges. And we ask you all this and other mercies through your Son's name. Amen.
Good night.
So, meeting is adjourned at 8:15 p.m.
Night, everyone.